What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome. We're grinding a little Tiny Tina's. What's going on, Yusuf? This is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. This game, it's basically part of the Borderlands family of games. It's the most recent Borderlands expansion. And it just had its DLC come out, and they increased the kind of end game rank, if you will, to a pretty high amount. So we're going to try to get to that new cap. That's kind of what this stream is about. Appreciate you stopping by, dude. Yeah, I was just kind of figuring. I was like, let me. I was definitely playing. I was like, I was going to kind of spend my night playing, and I didn't really have anything Avengers to talk about. So I said, let's play some Tiny Tina's, you know. I've been grinding off stream, been grinding like a lunatic on Tiny Tina's. So I definitely got the stuff going on. But yeah, just not much on the Avengers side of the house, unfortunately. What's up, Rondo? How you doing, man? Hope you guys are all doing well. See, I'm trying to get a melee. There's a couple of melee things I really want, but I'm also just trying to get to this Chaos Rank 20. What's this? Bad Egg. Bad Egg is good. Is this one good? Not really. All right. Yo, TJ, what's going on, dude? TJ, how are you? Are you on the grind, man? I know you're hot to trot when it comes to Wonderlands. Are you on 35 yet? I am not there yet. This is, I think we're on 22, if you could see from the bottom. Oh, jeez. But I've been, the enemy density since the last patch is actually pretty insane. I've been really loving the enemy density, so it's been pretty fun to grind. I will say 100%. 100% better than it was. What do we got? I'm looking for a good Spore Warden, or a couple of good, I should say. What the fuck? Spore Warden Clawbringer pieces. I'm looking for or mainly just one. I'm looking for a Spore. It doesn't even have to be anything too crazy. It honestly doesn't even have to be a legendary. I'm just looking for a Spore Warden Clawbringer piece that has the +3 to the Wrath of Nature. That's the thing I need. Have I watched Moon Knight? Fuck yeah, dude. Moon Knight's insane. Moon Knight's really, really good. I like it a lot. This build that I'm playing here, it's a little bit of a blah build, but this has been what I've been playing just as my farmer. This, I think, is the fastest way to get through Chaos Chambers, hands down. So this is what I've been grinding just to grind, you know. Only 27? All right, bet. Yeah, you got to keep going, man. I plan on doing, this is what I'm doing all stream, is we're doing this. So, like I said, right now, as you can see, we're only 22, but I think we can get there. I mean, I blow away 22, so I'm not super worried. This build is pretty optimized, so not super concerned about anything. Although, I don't know. I mean, once you get to 35, man, that sounds fucking nuts. Spell damage. I'm not even worried about really getting stuff right now. I'm just trying to grind. So I'm not really worried about crystals. I'm cool to spend crystals. You think Moon Knight's just okay? I mean, I think it's really good, but I can see how it's definitely a divergence from, I guess I'll say, other shows. Whoa! Fucking barrels, man. Oh, that doesn't count? Stop it. I can totally appreciate how it is very different than other shows, right? Than other MCU shows. So I can see how people would think it's not good. I mean, it's definitely different, right? I think it's pretty cool. I love the Egyptian theme. Love, love, love the Egyptian theme. And yeah, I think Moon Knight himself, I think Oscar Isaac has been absolutely killing it. I think his acting in the series has been the most insane part of it, right? Frost damage, stats effect, chance, spell crit. I mean, I'm gonna finish off frost damage, even though frost damage is kind of dead now. I do need more chaos ranks, and I know a lot of streamers have like not even been doing chaos ranks, just because they don't want like people to think that their build is like based on just having super high myth rank. I see chaos rank, myth rank, but honestly, oh shit. But honestly, I'm cool with it, man. I mean, I like min-maxing my characters, so like that comes with the chaos rank. So I'm totally cool up in my chaos rank. I ain't even mad about it. Yo, Sadat the Gamer, what's going on, dude? Think it's not divergent enough. I like the Egyptian stuff. Oscar Isaac things carrying the show. Yeah, I mean he is definitely carrying the show hands down. We got that big dark magic. Oh, and we got spell weaving stacks. All right, this is gonna be a blow away. Oh, and of course we get the worst fucking boss. That's fine. Ain't no thing. Easy piece. Clawbringer spell shot. No, what's that Clawbringer one? Yeah, it's probably shit. Probably dog water. The fuck are these? Must have just randomly picked some of these up. Whoa. How you doing, Sadat? I saw you on that new Hulk skin. I saw you hulking it up. I could barely even watch the stream. It was like right in my face, man. Holy shit. It was pretty wild. What do we got? What do we got? The skillful class ring is okay. I'll take it. Graveborn spell shot, Graveborn spell shot. No. Let's see what we got. Okay. Spell shot, Graveborn with dark magic. That could be good. All damage dealt, fire rate, spell crit. The problem is you can't have a spell shot class mod that doesn't have spell weaving. Can't be done. Here we go. Stabbo Claw. It's got the potent poisons. Nah. Garbage. Spell shot Clawbringer, no. Let's do a melee to top it off. I just need the wailing banshee. Okay. You think Netflix shows like Daredevil and other ones are better at telling a darker story? I would agree. I would agree 100%. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that one. 100% you're correct on that one. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think Moon Knight's meant to be like a super dark story. It's definitely darker than most, right? But I mean, just because something has blood in it doesn't necessarily mean it's like always dark, right? I don't know. It's really hard to say exactly. I would say Moon Knight is a dark, but not the. It's definitely not the darkest story I've ever heard. Like Daredevil is 1,000,000,000% darker than fucking Moon Knight. I'll tell you that much. Like it's not even close, right? So, oh, this is rough. I'm gonna go with buff baddies. I just really hate Frozen Vengeance, and the companions do not actually target the Frozen Vengeance things. Not that they really target the buff baddies, but at least you don't have to worry about those. The lack of blood isn't the problem. Well, I mean, because there is blood. There's definitely blood in Moon Knight, but like, I feel like Moon Knight's a little more just like, you know, it's just a guy struggling with his identity, right? He's struggling with like what's what, and obviously just trying to kind of figure it out. And in doing so, of course, he's also got this superpower like a lunatic, crazy person, right? But I don't know. I definitely wouldn't. I guess it's hard for me to compare Moon Knight to Daredevil. I feel like they're two very different shows, right? That's all. I think that's all I'm trying to say. Oh, yo, what up, TDJR? How you doing, man? Yeah, I think you just have to ignore the buff baddies and just kill everything else, right? It's kind of the only way. Because, I mean, you can't, as the player, if you're playing a companion build, you can't really do much about the buff baddies, right? You kind of just let them do their thing and go crazy, you know? Oh, random side note, guys. Random side note aside from everything. So I DM'd my first D&D session last Saturday, and it was pretty sweet. Poison Berserker, Pound Saving Life. That's stupid. That has got to be the worst. I never even seen that piece before, and it's got to be the worst. Yo, the grind is happening. The grind is reset, man. We're grinding out Chaos Trials up to 35. So I'd like to get to 35 and try to get some of this primordial gear and see what's up with that. But no, it's been legit so far. Yeah, fuck these buff baddies. I wish every encounter was just this, because this is so fast and easy. I would love to just run through specifically this encounter every time. That would be great, right? Refill ammo. We could use... I guess we don't really need anything. Might as well just save our crystals. Rewatch the second season of Daredevil right before Moon Knight. Yeah, I mean, I hear that, man. And I mean, Daredevil is really good. I feel like people put Daredevil a lot higher than I think it needs to be. Not that Daredevil is bad, because it's obviously not. Daredevil is fantastic. I just feel like it definitely wasn't appreciated in the moment, and I think people are coming back now and acting like they always were like, oh, this was always the best movie, you know, or the best Marvel show, which again, it's good. I feel like Daredevil is very, very good, but still not like the best Marvel TV show I've ever seen, right? I think my number one is probably Loki still, even amongst like the Defenders ones and Daredevil. I think it's still Loki, and then probably WandaVision, but that's just me. Heard Sony's trying to make a Kraven movie. I believe it. I mean, they probably shouldn't. Is that the question? Should they or are they? Because should they is definitely not. That's a definite no-no. Are they? Who the fuck knows? I believe it. I mean, especially if he's going to be in the new Spider-Man game. I'm sure they're going to want to capitalize on that. I don't understand how they don't just... I saw a good meme. It was literally... What's it called? It was literally Moon Knight, and it was like... in the mirror, and it was Marvel, and it was like talking to Sony, and he's like, I can save us. Give me control. He's literally talking about that. It's like, yeah. It is the truth. Like, if they just let Marvel do everything, Kraven... friggin' Venom, like it sounds like they're gonna be doing Venom now, but like if they just let Marvel do everything, and like Sony could just collect the check, like I don't understand how that wouldn't like be a major dub for Sony, right? Or am I tripping? Maybe I'm just a toxicator, I don't know. Oh shit, I didn't even notice I was dying there, my bad. Do you recommend this game? Yo, I do recommend this game. Unfortunately, the game's I mean, this most recent patch, I think the game, so how do I want to say this? The developers are better at making a game than this game is worth, I guess, that if that makes sense. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but basically, yeah, they just put out an insane patch that just absolutely added so much to this game. But the DLC that it came with is extremely lackluster, and everyone is a little salty about it. So it's hard to say. The developers themselves are actually very good and very, you know, with it when it comes to the game and just wanting the best for the game. But they also might have not planned that this game was going to be as big as it was. And the DLC that just released with it is absolute dog water. But it's funny because they released the DLC at the same time that they released a huge patch that like buffed a bunch of things, right? So it's a little tricky. It's hard to say. But I mean, to answer your question, yes, the game is worth it. It's a really fun game. If you like looter shooters specifically, it's a great game. Oh, here's a volatile. Eruption. No, that's pretty bad. Here we go. I mean, those are good. Always good to have a couple of those. Let me try to get this goddamn melee weapon I've been trying to get. Oh, is that it? No, that's the mage staff. Actually trying to do a D&D campaign with friends, haven't gotten enough time for it. I mean, isn't that the struggle? Isn't that always the struggle, though? Are you trying to DM or are you just playing? Oh, I recommended Destiny 2 for you and you're loving it? Nice, dude. Yeah, Destiny 2 is a great game. Destiny 2 is very, very solid. All right, we're going to move away from there. We're going to go with a couple of class mods, class items. But yeah, give it a shot. I mean, if you like Destiny, you'll probably like this too. Here we go. Spell shot clone. No, that's no good. Ooh. Ooh, it's a volatile. Volatile amalgam. That's what you want to be volatile. Unfortunately, this is not great. Ability crit, gun crit, melee. It's just not good. It's just not good enough, you know? Unfortunate. Womp womp. What's up, Rebel? How you doing, man? Thought WandaVision and Loki were good but not great due to some flaws. You think so? I thought they were really fucking good. I thought they were both amazing. Well, I guess it just goes to show. I mean, clearly, I mean, people like different things, right? And I mean, it's not a bad thing. Grinding those buttons. I am, bro. I'm actually trying to... Actually, I got a volatile... Where's my other volatile? I got a volatile masterwork. This one. Fuck these other ones. See this piece of shit? Get out of here. I'm actually trying to moon orb this bad boy up. Yeah, here we go. I need to get the Spore Warden on reload, get the barrage. Not looking good. Ooh, this could be good. This could be good. Reloading during From the Shadows extends duration by 2 seconds. Diminishing returns. Diminishing returns is understandable with that. That could be really good. Stabbo with the Masterwork Handbow is actually pretty good. I'm going to accept that. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's bang out another Chaos Trial. We're just going to try to keep doing them until it becomes like actually a problem. Unfortunately fading from Avengers. Dude, I mean, I still want to play Avengers, but it's just, I get on and I just like play for a minute and I'm like, all right then, I guess that's it. Like, there's nothing to do. And I mean, it's not even, you know, you can't even really be considered like, you can't even consider it like toxic to think it's not in a good spot right now. Like it's funny, and I'm not trying to name any names, but like, look at any like content creator or anyone who's just like still thinking like, oh, it's great, things are great, you know, like, but realistically those same people aren't playing the game. You know, I know some of the like I said, I'm not naming any names, but I know some of like the most toxic positive people who wouldn't say a bad thing about that game to save their life, who wouldn't criticize it in any way to save their life, and they're not playing it right now. They're not playing it right now. They're playing other things. They're all playing other things. Everyone's playing other things. And there's nothing wrong with playing other things, but don't act like Avengers like is so good right now. There's clearly nothing to do in the game. Everyone knows it. It's not even a mystery. Love them. Love every MCU so far. What If's underrated? See, I thought What If was accurately rated, and I thought that rating was not amazing. But I know other people liked it more than I did. I just thought it was kind of whatever. I wouldn't call it the What If. I would call it the whatever. I would say it was probably one of the lower of the shows that I've liked. I definitely liked Moon Knight better. I definitely liked WandaVision, Loki. I guess Falcon and the Winter Soldier is probably a little low for me. Hawkeye I liked better than What If. Yeah, I mean, What If is probably right at the bottom with like Falcon and Winter Soldier. Lejeune said, oh, I know, man. Lejeune's a homie. Me and Lejeune talk all the time. It is what it is, man. He's just keeping it real. Here's the thing. I mean, you can, if anyone just doesn't like a game, you're always free to leave, right? Like, it's very easy to just leave playing a game, right? And no one's stopping you. But the point is, like, you look at, like, Lejeune or any other content creator who's, you know, now talking shit who previously didn't. And realistically, I mean, most of them are just keeping it real. And I mean, they're not trying to be insulting to any developer. They're not trying to cause, you know, shit or whatever else. Like, they're just speaking, they're saying legitimately how they feel. This is how I feel. This is why I'm not playing the game. Because you got to figure, when a creator like Lejeune stops playing Avengers and hasn't streamed it in months, he's probably getting asked, like, why aren't you playing Avengers? When are you playing Avengers again? And, like, he's given his honest answer is that he doesn't like the game right now. He doesn't like it right now. So that's that. That's it. It's really that simple. It's not... No one's trying to, like... I don't know. I don't think anyone's trying to, like, really throw too much shade. It just kind of is what it is, right? I mean, I feel the same way, you know? I wouldn't be talking shit about Avengers if I liked it. And obviously I like the game, you know? Like, I'm not saying the game is just the worst game I've ever played. I obviously have fucking thousands of hours in Avengers. I like the game, right? I don't like the way the company is handling it right now. It is what it is. And if that's being toxic, then I think people have to relook at their definition of toxic, right? Because I don't think that that's toxic. And I've been accused lately of, you know, because I haven't played the game so much, like, accused of, like, why am I having an opinion? Like, if I'm not even going to play the game, then it feels like I'm just trying to get clicks, right? I'm just trying to do whatever. And it's like, listen, like, let's be clear. I've played Avengers more than the average person. That is definitely not to be argued. So I think I can have an opinion about the game and about its flaws and its problems, you know, based on what I know about the game. And I don't think I needed to play. By their own admission, they knew that, like, this upcoming patch was not going to really sit well. Not sit well, but it wasn't, like, older or more veteran players were not going to engage with the current patch as much as newer players, right? It was clearly a patch geared towards newer players, right? So, which is totally fine. It's totally fine. There have to be patches like that, but you have to balance them. You can't just be in the everything is for new players all the time mode, right? You can't just be in the we're just gonna do whatever, whenever, and that's the end of it. You have to have a little something for the veteran players. You can't just be... We can't go another year and they just keep talking about how they're updating the systems, right? Oh, the systems. It's like, no. You can't just keep talking about, oh, they're laying the groundwork, they're laying the foundation. They're doing more systematic changes. I mean, these are things that they cannot keep saying. They need to start putting in some real content that players can engage with. All players. Maybe getting in this one, of course, as usual. There ain't nothing to play. Yeah, I mean, you're not telling me anything I don't know. Ooh, this is actually... I could farm this. Do I have something to kill myself with? I guess any target. Fuck it, I'm not farming this. So, Zomboss is the one, if you don't know. Zomboss is, like, the one that you can die and then she'll respawn. So you can actually get, like, quite a bit of experience and whatnot. So, like, for example, watch, if I do this, and then I guess any Torg can kill me, right? And then if I just kill myself, I'll actually spawn back and she'll be there again, ready to kill. Feel bad for the devs because they're getting hoed. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely not. It's a tough spot for them. You see, look. So now she spawns again. No other boss actually spawns again like this, and then we can easily kill her again. Get another 29k. Spawn random shit. Look at this. Spore Stabo. No, that's no good. Yeah, let's do like a few of these, just because I do really want to get a few more myth ranks. Well, no, actually, all right, let's not, because let's actually wait until we're up to like Chaos 35, and then we can, and then if we run into her again, we'll have a lot more XP. But I would like to just get to 35. Fuck that. Yeah, I mean, you could spend hours here and go way up in the myth ranks, and I mean, she does drop a lot of stuff. So I mean, it's not like you're it's not like you would be completely without, right? But the devs, yeah, the devs in Avengers, they are not having a good time, because they're clearly, I mean, it's clearly not the individual devs' problem, right? They're doing everything they can. They're clearly getting fucking crushed by obviously expectations as well as just friggin' everything else, right? Oh, is that no empowering Fate Breaker? Oh no, that's nothing. That's garbage. But what I mean is that any of the I do believe that any of the individual people who are actually working on the game, they're legitimately trying their hardest, but I do feel like they have so little help, right? They're definitely like way in the shit with what they actually have, right? I mean, they have no resources. They're not getting any more people. They're just trying to dick around with however many people they have working on the game, and that's the end of it, right? So that's a little unfortunate. Feel bad for people who charge 14 for Infinity Black Widow, change hair color. Yeah, I'm aware of that one, and no, that is bullshit. That should be a mega priority fix, like mega priority. You can't do that. You know, you can't do that. You can't even act like it's, oh no, like our bad, you know, like you got to fix that immediately. They haven't even mentioned it. You got fucking Hawkeye and Hulk flying around like Iron Man. They haven't said a peep about that. A peep. I mean, come on. I mean, they need to get their priorities in order. The game is clearly a low budget game. There is a low budget dev team. You know, they're trying their hardest, but it is not good enough. And it is unfortunate because I don't believe the game can survive like this. Can I afford this? Yeah, baby. 4 million for the next one. Oh my god. I don't believe the game can survive like that. I just don't. I don't think that you can have content in this day and age of live service titles. I do not believe that is a fast enough rate for for content to be able to be sustained. They're just way slower than every developer in existence, and I think they obviously know they are, right? They know that they are. They know that they're the slowest laughingstock game company of everybody, right? And they're okay with it. They're okay with it. They are okay. They are not investing in Avengers anymore. They are not investing in the game. It is just going to remain a low quality thing. It just is what it is. Fuck. I shouldn't have went in there. I'm gonna die. Oh, come on. I can't still be bleeding. The dots in this game are a little much. Just a touch much. The story was okay. I mean, everyone, you know, it's funny. When the game first came out and it had its issues, everyone always defaulted to like, oh, well, the story was good. It had a great story. So therefore, all is forgiven. You know, they'll fix the end game. Honestly, like, go play that fucking game again. That story was just okay. And it kind of boggles my mind because, like, it's silly that this is happening with an Avengers game. And I mean that, or sorry, with a Marvel game, I should say. And I mean that, and I say that because, like, they don't have, like, a lack of source, right? They don't have any type of, like, it's not an original IP. They don't need to develop anything. There's no need for them to develop anything. If you think that this game takes a long time for shit to come out, could you imagine how much longer characters would take to come out if they had to actually create characters, like, literally develop original characters for the game as if it was some kind of fucking some kind of original content? There's not a single piece of originality in this game, and they're still struggling. They don't have to do anything from a character perspective. They can literally they don't even have to guess how the characters will play. Everyone knows how these characters should play. They just have to create them. There's literally no creative process to it, and they're still fucking it up. Still. How do you still fuck that up? I mean, it's just incompetence it was incompetence from the start, right? Because clearly the game was a little screwy, right? It started off a little screwy-looey in terms of, you know, the initial launch, right? The initial launch was definitely, like, pretty yikes, right? It kind of came out, it was like, uh-oh, things ain't good with this game. And then it immediately dropped off, right? Like, it immediately just went right to shit, and then they lost a ton of players, and they never got them back, right? And they thought that, like, oh, well, the War for Wakanda's going to bring them back. Oh, well, the raid's going to bring them back. But actually, nothing brought anyone back. Nothing brought anyone back. It was the same group of diehards has been playing. The one thing, and I've been saying this for a long time, the one thing that's going to actually get more people playing the game is for the game to go free to play. It's the only way the game can survive. They cannot survive on the player base they have now, and nobody is paying whatever they're going to pay, whatever the game is. Like, let's pretend it's $20, right? Nobody is paying, even if you might think that it's worth it, even just for the story. Nobody is going to a GameStop right now and buying this game for $20. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. And so you're left with a player base that is just not going anywhere. They know they already put the game on Game Pass, which, like, just for the people who, you know, want to argue with me on this one, Game Pass is not a free. It's not a free thing. It's not like people like to say, like, oh, Game Pass, it's on Game Pass. It's already free because it's on Game Pass. Game Pass is not free. Games on Game Pass are not free-to-play games. They're real games, right? So whatever, once that contract runs out, eventually they'll be able to just make the game completely free-to-play. They're clearly revamping it so it's easier for, like, newer players to understand and just all that sort of stuff, right? So, like, clearly they've got their MO of what they're looking to do. They just have to do it. And so I guess we'll see. But I think the game is going to be free to play at some point soon. That, I think all signs point to that. I think it's impossible for it not to. I think it's stone impossible that anything but free-to-play actually happen. But, I mean, what do I know, right? I guess we'll see. By the way, guys, this is my build. I haven't done like a build video on this because it's not anything original. It's just, like I said, it's just companions using dark magic. And it's a spell shot Graveborn, big on companions with the pixies, so you can get spell damage and companion damage together. Obviously, using spell shot for the big buff to that. It's a pretty overpowered build. Probably, in my opinion, I think it's the best build in the game. But like I said, it's not anything like, I guess I'll say overly insane. Let me try this. I actually want to try that piece because I've got an interesting build that I'm wanting to see if it works, how well it works. You haven't been on Reddit recently? There's a guy who paid $200 to get Avengers. Oh no. Don't be hating, man. Don't be hating. He clearly just likes the game. Hey, that was pretty quick. I'd be interested to do the featured run and see, once we get to 35, see how high we can go on the featured run. Ooh, hello. Yeah, we'll take that. Melee. Okay, yeah. I still really need that Wailing Banshee, though. Gotta have it. If they go free to play, it would also not need an online subscription. Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah, maybe. I mean, well, you got to figure they'll be wanting. I mean, they might be able to do both, right? They'll be wanting to just let people be able to buy skins, right? They want as many people buying skins as they can. That's another Fate Breaker. You know, and with that, obviously, it's kind of, if you like, the game went free to play on PC, right? Because that was probably easier for them. It went free to play on PC, and they were able to I want to spell crit damage or just spell damage. I guess just spell damage, right? We're cooking through these, boys. I'm not hating to each their own, but poor guy has no idea what he's in for. He said he's just a Marvel fan, hasn't read anything about the game. Oh, no. I mean, I can't say anything. I bought the game on fucking PlayStation and PC. So I own it on 2 platforms. Both. I got both at the same time. I got both for $60. Because I wanted to play the game on... I really wanted to play the game on PC, but then this was back before we realized that like they were only going to be one character every 8 months. I just assumed we'd be getting like a character a month, and the game just all went to shit. Obviously, did that have amped on it? No, I had warrior. Not amped. Echo. Echo is the one you want. Healing Vengeance. Healing Vengeance is fine. Gotta go dark magic damage. I'm big dark magic damage. Jeez, I'm lagging. I'm dropping frames. Too many pixies. Honestly, the slowest thing is getting to the next thing here, right? Whoa. Spirit Rune of the Heavy. Oh, Spirit Rune's good. Okay, those both suck. What am I doing? Speaking of which, how are we looking on this? Oh, it's not going to tell us. I'm curious how much higher the volatile chances are, and then I really just want to get a primordial weapon of any kind. I think that would be cool to get on stream. I'm just curious because obviously be interested to see. Of course, you know, give it a day, everyone will have them, but I'm just interested in grinding them out. I haven't even done the actual DLC yet, which I guess I should. But I'm just like, whatever. People said it was very, very bad. And that's not even me, like, prejudging it. Apparently, it's just the Chaos Chamber. Like, it's literally just the exact thing we're doing now, but a DLC version. That's bad. And I think that goes back to, like, what I was saying, where, like, they didn't actually put in the thought. I think Gearbox was in an interesting spot because I don't think that they knew that this game would get as big as it did. I think that they were kind of just like, oh, like, this is our little in-betweener game before Borderlands 4. But realistically, people actually want this game instead of Borderlands 4. Which is kind of funny. Which I'm hit or miss on it. I mean, if they just... I think they learned a lot of lessons from Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 was definitely a divergence from the series, but you got to remember it also came out like 7 years after Borderlands 2. And the pre-sequel was just a total shit show. We don't even talk about that one. But it came out like way after Borderlands 2. I don't even think a lot of the same team was on it, right? It was on both games. And so you're in a kind of a spot where it's like, it's tough to just like judge that game by the sum of its parts. Whereas I think now that they've like learned a lot of lessons from Borderlands 3, Wonderlands is in a pretty good spot. If they like really went all out with like this major live service title, I think they could do a pretty good one in a Borderlands theme. Because I don't mind the Borderlands theme. I mean, people are liking the Wonderlands theme of like create your own fate maker, and I do too, but I definitely don't mind the you know, I guess I'll say the standard Borderlands business. I think like OG Borderlands is still really sweet. By the way, guys, we are flying through these. Flying. I don't know what to do now. I didn't think it'd get this far. Yeah, well, I think they, like I said, I think they were hoping the game was a success, obviously. But I think that they just kind of thought it would be like a little bit of a side game, a little, like they knew it was still going to be a AAA title, but they just kind of thought it was going to be like a little side project, like, you know, they were going to do it, and then Borderlands 4 would eventually come out, and people, it was like almost like a gap, like a little in-betweener game to hold people over before the real masterpiece came out, right? And people were like, we don't really want that other thing, we just want more of this. And so they're a little thrown off, right? But, I mean, I think they'll live. There's worse things in the world than having those types of issues. Dragon Lord. Dragon Lord can be pretty... Well, he's pretty easy, actually, with this build. Yeah, okay. Very good, very nice. The only problem, I will say, is it can be tough with a companion build to try to hit Bernadette, who's the dragon that he spawns a little later. Generally, you want to kill these because they drop some of the good. Crystal Dynamic, wish it was like this. Yeah, imagine. Can you imagine Crystal Dynamics? Sorry, too many players are playing our game. We don't know what to do. The demand is over-fucking-whelming. It's funny. They really thought that Avengers, in the state that it launched, was just going to be the biggest game of all time. They literally just thought it was going to be the most unbelievably unbelievable masterpiece of a game. Like, give me a fucking break. I mean, not trying to, like, say... I mean, everyone hopes their game does good, but... I think they were pretty fucking stretched there, right? That's tough. I mean, how do you go about that? See, the only reason this fight's a little tricky, unlike other bosses, is Bernadette doesn't always just die. She takes a number of hits. But nope. All good, all good. Oh, I think those were really good cosmetics, actually. Turns out people don't like waiting through 10 load screens to fight guys for Avengers. Yeah. I mean, if you got the PS5, it's funny you say that because I actually started playing on the PS4 and then was over to the PS5, and it is a night and day difference. You do load right in. The elevators are pretty much instantaneous. So that is cool. Volatile. Smash Hammer volatile. Okay. Why don't we just get this piece that we've been wanting? Oh, there it is. That it? Oh no, they threw me off. They put this looking thing on this. Diamond Guard, no. The legendary was behind it. I thought it was gonna be a legendary. The mage staff. I could also use a nice spell blade. A spell blade or a wailing banshee would both be insane. Like good ones, obviously. They have to have echo on them. It's the only hilt mod you can use. When you first played on PS5, you actually felt like playing? Yeah. I hear that, man. I was definitely... When I started playing on PS5, I was like, whew. I said, I'm going to be playing nonstop. I said, this is amazing. I was legitimately, like, floored. I was like, this is so good. I'm just going to be playing nonstop. And did I play nonstop? No. But I did play a lot more. Gun handling decks. We just need decks. All right, we're at 27. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. This game is a grind. By the way, if anyone wants to join, by all means, I will carry you, or you can carry me, whichever one works. But I mean, I would love the enemy density. And if anyone just wants to get some sweet, sweet gear, it should be GG's easy peasies. I don't remember what Trapped Hearts does, but I'm Also, not gonna try to find out. I'll just be killing things faster than they know what's coming. Sometimes, like, the thing that gets you the most is, like, just trying to find the enemies. The enemy density is definitely much better than it was. But it's still... you do still have to go and find enemies. Like, I would still love for everything to just be like a... like the Spire, where you're just going crazy, you know? So mad about Jane. Why are we just getting another Thor? I mean, she'll be different. She'll be different. I am definitely not super mad about Jane. I think she's going to be great. And I mean, I main Thor. I like how Thor plays. I think Thor is one of the smoothest and well-made characters in the game. But I mean, I can understand how people definitely wanted something a little more divergent than just that, right? But I think it kind of is what it is, right? I'm not, like, crying over a new... like, I'm happy to get a new character, even if it's Jane. If she plays, like, exactly like Thor, then I'm just going to call foul. But I don't think she will. Like, people were mad when we got Kate Bishop because of Hawkeye. But realistically, like... realistically, it's not even, like... They play totally different. Like, someone was trying to argue that they're the same character. It's like, I don't know what game you're playing if you think that Hawkeye and Kate are the same character. I really don't. I think it's impossible to have that take. I think that take is just specifically disingenuous, right? You have to be actively trying to lie. Where do you start the DLC? I have no idea, actually. It should be in Brighthoof. There should be a section of Brighthoof, I think, that is now open. I don't know. I jumped right into Chaos Chamber. I didn't even do the actual content. I just want to get my Chaos rank up higher to the new max. That's my priority right now. I heard the DLC was pretty bad, though. I heard it was just the same thing. It was just like another Chaos Chamber level, basically. Which, that's not good. Kate Main, I agree. Yeah. You literally, if anyone tries to tell me that Kate and Hawkeye are the same character, I just have to disregard your opinion as having never played the game. It's impossible to have that take. It's impossible. I think people would care a lot less if they released Heroes quicker. What do you mean? Like, they would care less about the game's problems, or they would not care if things got released quicker? I think people would be... Oh, you mean like they wouldn't care about Jane? They would just, like, they would be okay with any character as long as they came quick. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely agree with that. I think that's a fair... If that's what you're saying, I think that's a fair take. God, I keep getting that same shit piece. Yeah, I mean, like, we thought we were getting a character a month. Remember that? Holy. Guys. Could you imagine if we got a character a month for that game? We would have 20-something characters by now. And I know a character a month is a little unreasonable, but even if we got a character every 3 months, could you imagine a character every 3 months? The game's been out for 2 years now. We would have had 8 DLC characters. We would have like 15 characters by now. Instead, we have like 10. It's like I said, man. It's like I said. They just are not in a spot. They're not in a spot, a realistic spot that is of any value. They're just not like, I don't know how else to slice it. Like they just can't do what they're doing at the rate that they're doing it and expect that everyone's just going to be like, yep, sounds good, thanks. It just is not good enough. Just hoping for Scarlet Witch. Yeah, I mean, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, those were like the 2 big tickets that I think a lot of people were hoping for. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping it was even like Winter Soldier. I'm glad it wasn't Yelena. Yelena, I don't think would have been good. Chaos level 28 unlocked. All right, let's go do the DLC thing. Sport and Graveborn. This could be good, but not good enough. Let's just get. You check out the Outrider stuff? No, I didn't. I'm not a big fan of Outriders, honestly. Even when it was out in its prime, I just never. Not that I didn't get it, but I just never like got into it. I just always felt that it was just not a good shooter. And I guess maybe with the DLC it'll be different. But I just didn't love the way the end game was. I didn't love the operations. I thought they were all pretty boring and just repetitive. Volatile. Hello. Stabo Grape. Spell crit while standing still. The standing still is pretty bad, but I mean, it's volatile. I'm going to take it, although I'm not thrilled about it. Let's try a few melees. Oh, no, that's that fucking thing. Oh, this is volatile, too. Our volatile chance must be pretty friggin' high now. This is also, dude, we're just getting volatiles left and right. Let's try some pistols. Oh, we didn't have enough to give there. But yeah, we'll see about the new Outriders stuff. It could be good, believe me. I mean, I'm not knocking Outriders by any stretch. You're hoping for Winter Soldier? Yeah, I was hoping Winter Soldier too. I was hoping like Winter Soldier War Machine would have been cool. Although people would have just cried Echo. I think Winter Soldier would be a good like non-Echo if they make him like a real gunner. You know? I think that would be pretty cool. The trail of crooked I feel. All right, where do we go for this? I think we gotta go this way. I don't actually know where the DLC thing is, but I'm assuming it's on the map in some previously walled off area. not back here? You have to go another way. I'm just assuming it's over here. Right here. Maybe not, though. If not, what the hell is that for? How do you... Yeah, actually, I don't know how to get to the DLC. Here it is. Where to start? Oh, you gotta go to Queen's Gate. Oh. What's this? Or no, oh, is it this thing? No, is that the Trial of Crooked Eye Phil? I feel stupid. They definitely didn't make this easy. This is the overworld. I assume, is it just in the overworld? Give him a rifle with a grenade launcher. You just got the time runs out skin? What is that one? I don't think I remember that one. Is it in the quest log? Usually they give it to you like in the quest log, right? What's up, Hacksword? Go to the overworld. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the overworld. Huh. Look at this YouTube video again. Oh, there's literally a spot called the Dreamvale Overlook. But where is it? It's near Brighthoof. Is it up this way? Yo, I gotta be tripping. Okay, it looks like it's pretty... Follow the diamond? No, I think my diamond is different. Here it is. It's right here. But holy shit, no, my diamond is not over there. Wait, what's this other spot of the overworld that I haven't been to? There's a spot over here that I didn't get something. Hang on. Yo, thank you, Hack. That I would have never found that in a million years. And I mean, I guess it's because I'm sure if I had all quests done, it would be more gettable, right? That was a shrine piece. I gotta activate this over here. Yeah, whatever's over here, I didn't get it. What the fuck is over here? Nothing? Oh, I bet you it was a lucky dice, but I bet you my girlfriend got it when we were playing. That's what it was. It was like the area was all grayed out on my map. I was like, something's fucking over here. All right, here it is, little DLC land. Oh, the shipment for Hawkeye. I didn't even get it yet. I'm just gonna cheese it. I'm just gonna give it the old cheese-a-rooney, but don't tell them they'll fucking ban me again. That's why they banned me the first time. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Who's the fella gotta talk to around here? I don't have game sounds on, so it's a little more awkward. I assume it looks like she's talking to me, so I'll assume that we'll get there. I gotta be getting we gotta be pretty high. Volatile drop chance 10%. That's pretty fucking good. Chaotic still only 25. The chaotic doesn't really go up that high. That is kind of interesting. I guess we'll see. I guess you don't really want the chaotics. You obviously just want the volatiles. But we'll see. I really want to get a primordial one, but we'll see if we can get the rank all the way up, including doing the DLC. I know once you do the DLC, it actually adds the boss to the pool of bosses, right? In the Chaos Chamber, so that's good. The thing, going back to Avengers for a second, though, like, and I was talking to some other creators about this, like, we were saying that it's Jane Foster is not going to matter if they don't add any more content, right? Like, we seem pretty sure that they're not adding content, like, that Jane Foster is just going to be the release when she's released, right? But what does that mean when we get her? We're just gonna have to keep doing the fucking raid? I don't know. It seems a little sus, you know? This looks like the worst loot machine in the world. I'm not even trying to be a snark here. That looks like legitimately the worst loot disaster I've ever seen. So over here, that's that. Okay. You got a quick change. I actually want to change. Where can you change the name? Oh, here it is. We're going to call him One Face. All right, very good. Actually, speaking of which, did I get a sweet mask? I thought I got a sweet mask. These masks suck. All right, fuck it. Do we... This seems like a very confused fucking thing. Okay. So far, seems like mostly just a chaos chamber. The one thing people said is that there's no fucking side quests. Which, how do you not do side quests in your DLCs? That's the best part of the game, are the quests. Just like they have character to them, you know? The DLCs should have just been more story. You can expand on the end game with, you know, with updates and patches. Like, you can updating the chaos ranks to level 35 and adding... You gotta break the seals. Oh, I see. You know, like going to, you know, whatever, Chaos 30 or whatever it is, 35, that's honestly like a bigger, like that's a bigger deal almost than, for the end game than, you know, the actual DLC is, right? Like the actual DLC content is just whatever. So that's very interesting to me. I feel like the DLC should have not been like this. It should have been more story content. And then just adding, like, you could just add guns. You could add, you know, chaos. You could add different things like that. Different layouts or whatever. But, like, yeah, I don't know. Oh, missing name. Look at that. Missing fucking name. Wowee. Say what you want about Avengers. Everyone in there has a name. You don't even, it's not even a puzzle. You just have to shoot it. You just have to shoot it until it locks in. Can't get up that way. We did it. We got all three. And these fucking missing names are going down. What has everyone else thought? What have you guys thought about this DLC so far? Because I've heard bad things. It doesn't seem like... I mean, it just seems like a Chaos Chamber run to me. Obviously, like with a new layout, but... Otherwise... Nothing like overly smashing, right? Open the valves. Okay. I mean, these objectives are not like the most mentally stimulating. Oh. And we're through. Gotta free the old god, chat. The old god. At least he's not the old goddamn. Ooh, survive. I like those objectives. Have you run your first D&D session yet? I did. I did this past weekend. It was very good. We did the... I don't know how big you are into D&D. We did the House of Lament, which is it's a pre-record. It wasn't an original story. It's by it's part of the what's his name? Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. It was fucking cool, and it's a one-shot, but it's meant to be like, it's a one-shot that allows for further development later on if you so choose. So it was pretty sweet. The party loved it. Everyone had a good time. Is there sound for you? No, there's no sound. I don't play with sound on. I don't play with sound on usually because when I'm playing, I usually have something else on, like Netflix or something. So I don't usually play with sound just because, like, what's the sound, you know? Other than just fucking gotta goop. Am I right? Seems boring. Yeah, I mean, so far it's not... I'm not going to say it's boring, but it's definitely not anything to write home about. At least they didn't lock the new chaos level behind the DLC. You think it should have been paid for? No, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's fine. I don't know. I guess no, because well, now that let me give that a thought here. I mean, the only thing I can think is like you don't. It would essentially lock Voltaire or Primordial Gear behind a DLC, right? Because you can get the Voltaic. The only thing technically new about the higher difficulty tier is the Primordial Gear, right? So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not trying to be like an elitist. I guess they could have done it, but it seems like a lot of people are buying the DLC anyway. You know, just to have it. It's not like they're super worried about being able to sell it, right? So no, I don't think it's the end of the world either way. Oh, escape the lava. Okay. You've played 4 games so far, 1 with you as the Dungeon Master. Sweet, dude. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I like being the Dungeon Master. I do. I would definitely like to play some games, of course, as well. But I think I don't know. I think my personality makes for a pretty good Dungeon Master, and it seemed like the players I played with agreed, so that worked out well. But yeah, we did the House of Lament, which is basically like a horror movie, like a haunted house. So I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you, but the general gist is that you know, these kind of adventurers all receive this like mysterious note to go visit this house, to like, they all have different motives for going, and then they get there and they find out there's like investigators kind of researching the paranormal there, and then you do every night so like they explore the house, but then every night they conduct like a seance, and that's what kind of gets the house like kind of awakened, if you will. That's all. I won't tell you anymore, but I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, it was a one shot, so it was pretty sweet. Jay Shock Blast, what's going on, man? How is oh my god, how's PAX, Jay? Hope you're doing well, my dude. I saw numerous tweets from you. It looks like you're having a great time. My girlfriend and her friend are actually going to PAX. They'll be there this Saturday. So maybe they'll see you. Who knows? Oh, well, he's dead. Okay. I saw Jay that they're doing a what is it? Tales from the Borderlands 2, but they're not, it's without Telltale Games, who they were pretty sweet in doing it before. So I don't know. Okay. This loot wheel, is there like a trick to this? This has to be the worst loot wheel in the history of loot fucking ever. Going full Karen over being harassed. Oh no. Now you had to be fully vaxxed to even get in the building, right? Curse of Strahd, yes. Now that's a funny you say that. Yeah, the Curse of Strahd is actually, so it's funny. From what I read, and this was just me preparing for my session, was that the House of Lament was a good one to do for beginner DMs, and that it was kind of a reimagining of Death House, which I guess starts off Curse of Strahd. They say, yeah, they were saying that like a lot of people online were saying that you can actually just do Curse of Strahd, or you can do the House of Lament instead of Death House, and that can kind of be your Curse of Strahd intro, if you will. Status effect chance. I guess spell damage is just the best thing to get. What are we really looking for here? These are all out of 20, but the spell damage, you can just keep going. I guess we just get spell damage. And still going to get dark magic. What's up, DJ? Saw your post on Twitter about the roadmap. I agree for Avengers to hype up the roadmap and just cancel. It's pretty unfair. I mean, that's just how I feel. I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, people have mixed opinions. I just don't, you know, I will admit that the community definitely took that and ran with it. But they did say there was going to be a roadmap. They did. And when you're so starved for content, that sort of over expectation by the community is going to happen. And it just sucks. I mean, I think the community deserves something very high level, but it makes me more nervous than anything that they won't put something, like that they won't commit to saying this is what we're pretty confident is coming out this year. And they've been saying that, like, well, they just don't know. They want to make sure they're definitely going to be able to do it and all that. And that's all fine and good, but like, get finalized, I guess. Like there's no confidence. People are not going to have any confidence in you if you're just, you know, if you're just stuck at, you know, piecemeal things, right? It feels like the game could just die at any time when you do things like that. But there's no policy in Boston, and you're literally alone. Yeah, that's a little rough. I mean, yeah, I guess they're just trying to be overly cautious. Specifically, like the people, I guess the people who actually work there are just like, they were probably just told, fucking don't let anybody, I don't care if it's fucking Jay Shockblast, you don't let a fucking soul walk around without a mask. Hope you got something with those keys. Oh, I got the keys banked. I got the cheese for the keys. You don't know about the cheese for the keys? So you can actually just, so the keys stay, well, I can do it from here. The keys stay in your mail. So I have 12 keys. What you can actually do is, if you go offline, you can claim the keys and then like turn your game off, and then the keys will be on your account, but still in your mailbox, basically. So you can infinite dip. You can basically get infinite keys. But having 10 extra ones makes it a lot faster, because you have to kind of, basically, however many keys you have in your mailbox, you have to turn your game off and on that many times. So having some extra keys is the play if you can. Oh, see, look, this is a new area. I didn't even realize this is, so this area was added now to the cast chamber. So there's your DLC right there. Your DLC hard at work. I gotta say, the grind in this game is getting a little weird. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm playing solo, or maybe because I am just blowing through everything. But it does feel a little forced. Book is very hard. You cannot murder hobo that book. What is that? I don't know what murder hoboing means. Whoops. I'm not a murder hobo connoisseur. What's up, Bricklog? They had a roadmap. Well, they allegedly had a roadmap. They said, let's not mince words here. They said in as late as I want to say February. I think February was the latest. They had said that they're not ready to share the roadmap, but they have like updates coming or whatever. Blah blah blah. Oh, what's this? Increased damage to land sharks? Okay. That gun damage is fucking high, but it only increases the effectiveness by 25%. I mean, I'm taking it. Fucking Shark's Bane. Between the Lego grind and pass, I have no idea what is what anymore. I hear you, man. Yeah, well, you're now, call me crazy. I mean, I don't know if you're just there early or if there's like extra stuff going on, because I thought that like the main packs, like the main opening, the grand opening was like this Saturday. Like my girlfriend, she's actually going there. She's going to be there for Saturday. I think they're doing Saturday, Sunday. Or maybe just Saturday. I don't even know. But this seemed, I don't know, when everyone was, I mean, obviously you're not the only one that's there, but I thought it just looked early. I was like, oh, I didn't know there was like something going on. And that's just me probably not, I'm just ignorant to not. Means the players just kill everything, not try to figure out oh, well, that's okay too. I mean, you got to play to your players, right? Even in my short stint of dungeon mastering, I have learned quite a bit of like best practice and how to like make it work to an extent. I mean, I'm not trying to brag, obviously, but you really have to. You know, it's funny. A funny thing, buddy. Before I even started DMing, like once I knew the rules, but before I ever DM'd my first game, a buddy of mine was like, "Oh, you just got to be careful." They're like, "Oh, you just got to be careful that someone doesn't like look up a build and try to like make an overpowered character." And sure as shit, I found out that's called the min-maxers. And I was like, well, why would you even have to worry about that? Because you can, as the DM, you can just cheat, right? And like, not that you want to cheat, but like, if someone is like clearly trying to kill enemies way too quick and like ruin the game, you can just make the game harder for them. They don't know the enemy's health. They don't know how much damage they think they're doing, right? You can just lie and like make it so that they're not going to just overpower the game. So that I overcame pretty easily as like a rookie GM. Not that I had anyone actively doing that, but there were times where like I could tell that like some players were, especially during combat, that like some players were actually not like clearly not super happy because they had like missed 3 hits in a row. You know, they were doing like no damage, and then like, you know, one player just hit like, you know, a nat 20 and then like another thing for a bunch of damage, but like I wasn't actually. It was funny, and you tell me as like a DM as well. Like, I had a guy like who like killed a boss based on the amount of damage he was doing, but I was just like, I just like pretended the boss had higher HP on the fly, you know, because I wanted to get other players involved. I don't know. I didn't think there was anything super wrong with that, but what do I know? It's been Thursday or Sunday for years. Oh, I'm clearly just out of the loop. Clearly just out of the loop. That's weird though. I mean, I guess it's not weird, but do most people go like every day? Like I know whenever I go to like a Comic-Con, it's always just a 1-day thing, right? And I know they do multiple days. God, I just keep getting the fucking blazing depths. That's actually insane. How often that damn thing comes up. I'm actually looking to write my own campaign. I think it'll be pretty sweet. And I say write the campaign. I've actually learned from just like the forums and stuff that you don't actually write the campaign. Which you write like the plot hooks, right? You write like the basic stuff. You write like why the adventurers are there, why they're actually doing what they're doing, what the big kind of hooks are. But the story is the players, right? Oh, Saturday's definitely. Oh, I got you, Jay. Okay, never mind then. I assumed you were there. You were going to be there the whole time. Since you were there the first day. But yeah, that makes sense. Is this even better than it's definitely better than the Maced Windu. Hold on, let me re-roll. I got some re-rolls on this puppy. Oh no, I wanted to keep that though. Ah man. Do I want to keep that? Fuck. I kind of do. Oh, I got this volatile spellblade too. Man. God damn. I think I might have another one of that same thing though. Hang on. It's not quite... Okay, no, I got another one. Alright. Let's roll, baby. Nope. 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 Not looking good. Nope. 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 Oh, I don't have enough. Rip. Chaos Trial 29. It's the lightest packs I've ever seen. Oh, it's probably all those restrictions, right? Oh, speaking of which, where am I at? Right here. Dexterity. Yeah, I might as well just level up Dex all the way. Reload speed would be good too for the companion build, but not the most necessary. Dex. Hard to go wrong with Dex, and for just like a shared thing, I mean. Can't really go wrong with just, oh no! Can't really go wrong with just having Dex, you know. These pixies do not play around. Let's just put that to bed right now. That there's any sort of playing around that happens with these pixies. Because they don't. There is no play. No playing is happening. Do you want a book to start out with? Because I would say Dragon Heist is a good one to start. You know, it's funny. I've heard good things about Dragon Heist, and I will probably want to do it. I feel like I would like to be a player in that one, more than a DM. But it's funny. The story, I mean, I don't want to spoil it because I'll tell you afterwards how it goes. And I still also don't know. But my story, I think, is going to be pretty similar to Dragon Heist, at least to an extent. Not like it's gonna... It's not like I'm reading Dragon Heist first, but from what I've heard about Dragon Heist, my story is going to start off... I'll just give you like the basic plot hook. Basically, it's going to start off with like the adventurers are just like four, and we'll have to see how many different people there are, that are going to be in the campaign, but they're going to be like different people that are all attending this big... There's like a politician, and it's going to be set, you know, it's not going to be like a present day, but like basically like, I don't know if it's going to be the king, and this is as I'm telling you this, it's clearly coming out of my mouth, still a little unsure, but there's going to be some large political figure who is having like a big, you know, doing like a big speech or something. There's a big gathering, and everyone's kind of there for different reasons. Someone, you know, one person might be like the bodyguard, and one person might be like, you know, just attending with their family or something, and someone else might be like, you know, a protester or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure all that out. But the point is, it's like kind of four people are independently at this big political gathering, big like speech type thing for this politician or king or noble person. And there's like an attack, and the politician dies. And so they have to come together because there's going to be a fight, obviously, to kind of kick it off. And they're going to like do that together. And then they're going to find out, or they're going to be kind of tasked with like finding out who killed this person, why they did it, blah, 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 right? So then it becomes a little bit of a murder mystery. And then they are going to find out that there's actually a big, like a deeper conspiracy going on. They're going to find out that like that person, you know, the person who died, like there was actually a lot more to it than just like a basic assassination. It's going to look basic to start, and then it's going to kind of turn into like a web of things, like a web of like political games and like a major conspiracy type of thing. So that's like the general hook. Obviously, I don't have a lot of this all completely fleshed out, but that's the general sense. So I think that'll make for a pretty cool campaign. And I'm going to leave it. It's going to be kind of a one-shot that ends on a cliffhanger. You know, it's not going to be a one-shot, obviously. But I don't know. It's tough. You know, I mean, you can obviously tell. It's tough to kind of get a group together to actually commit to doing it week after week, month after month. So it's going to be, I don't know how much of a recurring thing it'll be, but I think it'll be recurring enough. So I want to start it off as like a one-shot, gauge how the group kind of takes it, and then kind of write it from there. And I'm by no means like a professional writer or anything, but I think that would be pretty cool. And yeah, I'm definitely all for role-playing. I mean, we don't dress up or anything, but I do like voices and stuff. Nothing crazy, but like if I'm an old woman, I'm gonna do like an old woman voice, you know, or if I'm like a mysterious, you know, creepy dude, I'll do like a very creepy voice, you know. Like nothing game-breaking, but just enough that the players know they're talking to an NPC with a certain demeanor, right? I feel like you have to have a little something like that, right? These pixies are absolutely fucking annihilating. I don't know what my next real build is going to be. I would like to do I got a pretty interesting build that I'm trying to get that masterwork bow for, and another one I'm trying to get a really nice melee piece for, but I'm still just not 100% sure exactly how they're all getting built. Oh, is this a cloud burst? It is. Oh, it's a volatile. Holy! I think they just nerfed that, but I'm sure it's still pretty good. Is this Banshee? Oh, Banshee. Rip Banshee. Yep. She does drop the Wailing Banshee. Maybe we can get it. I don't think we did. Oh, she dropped. Oh, she did. We did. Ah, but it doesn't have what I need. It has Rampage. Which, Rampage isn't bad. Oh, she dropped another one. Amped. No. Nope. We need, what do we need? We need Echo. Echo is the only melee weapon mod to use. It's the only one. Only one worth a dang. Now let's try some class mods. Jeez, tough. All right, tough fucking crowd here. Holy shit. If I could just get like a Spore Warden piece. I mean, it doesn't even have to be. I just got to get a Spore Warden Clawbringer, and it's got to have the +3 to the what's it called? Ooh, this could be pretty good, actually. Melee crit ability damage, regen health. I don't know how good that could be, though. Jesus Mary. I just need a +3. It doesn't even, I don't even know if it has to be +3. I mean, +3 would be ideal, but jeez, they really load you on top of each other here, huh? Holy shit. Berserker Claw, melee ability by your spell. And it's volatile. Elemental damage. The Feral Rage I know is not great. I'm gonna take that. It could be okay. Could. Stabo Berserker. Periodically teleport a Hydra. Nope. Yeah, let's try a few rings. Rings are good, especially if you can get them volatile. Of course, we get the worst one. You definitely just need rings, like, and you need to equip 2 of them, so you definitely want them. And you really can't go with non-legendary rings just because you have to have them, right? Like, you have to have legendary rings because they give you such a bonus. Most of them have like an effects increased by 100%. It's like, how do you beat an effect increased by 100%? You know, I mean, it's just silly. Attunement companion. We gotta go companion damage, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Hey, we're almost at 35. I would just like to see what's what at 35. Ooh. That has to be new, right? I've never seen that piece before. Whatever the fuck that just was. Party time. It's the best thing. But back to D&D for a minute. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in writing my own, but I'm also not opposed to using a book, of course, a pre-written book. And it seems like Curse of Strahd and the Water Heist or Dragon Heist are pretty good. I've heard different things about different books, obviously. It seems like the Water Heist, I keep saying Water Heist, Dragon Heist, the Dungeon of the Mad Mage people say they like a lot, but that's a very dungeon-y one, is from what I've heard. It's very much like hardcore dungeon crawl versus like, I like a good mix. And me personally, I'm not even that big on combat in D&D. I like a lot more of like the adventuring and like ability checks, and like I like trying to like persuade someone. Like, I like the idea that like you go into somewhere and you literally have to figure out like, you know, is this guy doing what? Can I persuade him? Can I do something else? You know, can I intimidate him? Whatever. Like, that to me is pretty sweet in terms of D&D. I like that. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the combat. I think you just need a balance. But I would rather have more of that. This is just if I was a player in a game. I would rather have more of that and less combat than the other way around, if I had to pick. You did not enjoy that? So you don't like the... you don't like a lot of like the political... See, I feel like those are a little... I like those a little more only because you can kind of get the whole crowd involved. Like, I feel like a lot of times combat gets a little stuck where, you know, players are kind of just taking turns and everyone else is just waiting around. And I mean, if you're a good DM, you can do combat pretty quickly. So players aren't just waiting like idiots. But to the same point, I just like the idea that, like, you know, everyone's talking and this one wants to try to check behind a bookshelf and this one wants to do something else. You know, it's like, I think that's pretty cool. And I think it can kind of, if you have a crowd, you have to have the crowd for it, right? You have to have a group that's going to engage with you pretty heavily like that. But if they do, I think that's where you're going to get a pretty sweet game. Oh, the book. Oh, the Dungeon of the Mad Mage you didn't like? Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it's very different than the other ones. You know, I never really activate my stupid ultimate. I mean, I do. But I also kind of don't, you know? And I should more. Because it stays up. It recharges itself when you get kills, as you can tell. But it's just like... And then I obviously do more damage while it's up. That ain't it. That ain't it, Chief. I'm just really curious to see a primordial piece of gear. That's honestly why I'm grinding super hard right now. There you go. Oh, she is home. Oh. I'm probably going to have to call it after this one then, boys. So we can spend a little time together. I'll tell you what, I am gaining chaos ranks pretty steadily, though. Oh, no. Quite ferociously, which is great. Obviously, on these higher levels, you get more XP, although it's not that much more. But I'm a fan of XP gains. And I know a lot of YouTubers actually don't like having a high chaos or myth rank. Sometimes they try to even like turn it off, but me, I don't want to turn it off. I like it. I like the idea. I like the idea of going really hard on it, you know. Oh, poor Volcanar. Oh my God, Volcanar. Where are you, bud? Where are you at? You got work? Oh man, you're working late. Gas 31. We're getting there. We'll get there by tomorrow. Ooh, Undying Harbinger. This is good. Frost Grave. Shield capacity. I like how they put shield capacity when it's ward. Now let's try a few more of these. See if we can get that hot spore ward in one. Nope. Nope. I mean, I should technically be looking at all the purples, but I don't even want it if it's not at least volatile, right? It has to be volatile. I mean, chaotic works too, I guess, if it comes perfectly. Spore Ward and Spell Shot, no. See, like, I wouldn't even be mad about that, but I need the Wrath of Nature skill. It's the most important thing. You gotta have it. All right, well, that's that. All right, boys. Yo, this was fun. I'm glad we could do this. I know I haven't streamed in a while, and I definitely would like to get back to Avengers once in a while. I know there's not too much to do, but even when there isn't, just getting back in the game once in a while is still pretty fresh. So definitely a little more Avengers coming soon. Still gonna keep on with the Tiny Tinas, although you may have noticed there's really not too much I can do in terms of builds. Everything's pretty figured out. I'm trying a few different funky builds that I think will be interesting, but they're not like everything that's like good at Chaos 20 is it's all out there already. There's no mystery. And a lot of the YouTubers who like got the game, 2 weeks early, they're sharing save files. I mean, it's like the Wild West out there. But anyway, more to come. Definitely more Avengers content. A little more Tiny Tina's. I think we might be more live stream and just chill. And then videos every once in a while. Avengers still the main game. But that's it, guys. Thanks so much. Have yourself a good weekend if I don't talk to you guys, but definitely follow me on Twitter, join the Discord.